One of the most important appointments that you can go on that most realtors tend to skip is the buyer interview. Yes, you are actually sitting down and interviewing a buyer. Most realtors, they get somebody who wants to buy a home. They say, are you approved? How much? Tell me what you're looking for. Great, let's go look. And that is the worst possible thing you could do as a real estate agent. As a professional realtor, you have got to get the scoop, the information. I've got so much more I need to know. So let's dive into real quick what a buyer interview should look like. The first part of a good buyer interview is what we call the urgency section. I've got to figure out how urgent are they really to buy a home. And the best way to do that is by asking the question, have you definitely decided to buy a new home? And then from there, questions like why? Why not? What's going to help you get to the decision of buying a new home? Why is it such an important time for you to purchase a new home? That is a quintessential question that you have got to ask up front immediately. And in fact, that's probably the first question that comes out of your mouth. Have you definitely decided to buy a home? When? What's your perfect time frame? Close your eyes, snap your fingers. When are you closing on your new home? What happens if we do it before then? What happens if it takes longer? Why is that an important time frame? Are you completely 100% committed to purchasing a new home? Again, I want to know, how serious are they and how urgent is this? And that leads into the second part of the buyer interview, which is the motivation section. I want to know what is motivating them to buy a new home. Now, motivation is not a reason. We want 4 bedrooms and 3 baths because 3 is not big enough. That's a reason. That's a robotic response. I want to get to the deep-seated emotional reason why they're buying a new home. Everything that anybody ever purchases is emotional. I don't care what they're buying. Dog food, pooper scooper, shoes, home, doesn't matter. There's a deep-seated emotional reason underlying why anybody purchases anything. So I want to know what their motivation is. Why are you buying a new home? Why is that important to you? Continuing to ask the question, why? Tell me more about that. I want to dig deep. What's the emotional push to buy a new home? Because if I understand the why, then that will help me when they're stalling, when they're making low offers, if they're struggling to pull the trigger. If I know their motivation, I can help guide them to finding the right home and pulling the trigger to actually buy it. Part 3, third section, is the lending section. And this is very, very simple. Are you financing any part of this purchase or are you paying cash? And I ask it that way 100% of the time. I'll never assume that a person can't pay cash, and I'll never assume that they have too much money to actually want financing. You never, ever, ever know. And it's very, very simple. If you are financing, have you been approved with a lender? Yes or no? Closed question. I need to know, can they actually buy a home? Because if they're not approved, I am not showing them homes. I'm not wasting my time. And this is something you've just got to get over. Be straightforward. Look them dead in the eye. Have you been approved with a lender? Yes or no? Yes, we have. Great. Who? I want to find out who the lender is. Is it a local lender? Is it somebody that I can trust? Is it somebody that's going to get the job done? Or no, we have not. Okay, great. I have connections with some great lenders that will give you fantastic rates and will make this very easy for you. I will send your contact info to the lender. Don't give your client the contact information because they'll probably not follow up, or it will take them a while. They'll drag their feet, they'll forget. You get the contact information, send them to the number of lenders that your state requires you send them to so that the lender can get in touch with them. The lending process is easy. Get them connected to a lender. The fourth part is the wants, needs, priorities section. This is where I'm getting into how many beds, how many baths, square feet, neighborhoods, what amenities are you looking for, what style of a home are you looking for, and why are all those things important? I'm usually following up every question I ever ask with why. How many bedrooms are you all looking for? Okay, why? Are you looking for any additional rooms? Yes, John, we want a basement. Awesome, basements are so cool. Why? Why is that important to you? Again, I gotta understand the why behind everything that they want so I can help deliver what they're looking for. What neighborhoods, what parts of town, what school districts are important to you? Are you interested in remodeling? Are you okay doing a little updating? Does it need to be move-in ready? Can you explain what move-in ready means to you? Are you okay buying brand new? And I will always explain this principle, and this may be one of the most important principles you ever learn in real estate. It's what a perfect home is. It's the 80-10-10 principle. 80% of the home is perfect, fills every single, well, 80% of the check boxes that they're looking for. 10%, they can change. They don't like it, but they can change it. 10%, they got to live with. 80, 10, 10. 80% checks the boxes. 10% they can change. 10% they just got to live with. That is a perfect home. There's no such thing as every single box ever being checked and filled perfectly. And I'm communicating this to buyers at the buyer interview during the 4th section. And then the final section is the market section. This is where you sit down and explain what your buyer can expect to encounter as they're looking for a new home. Is it a strong seller's market? Are homes selling $20,000 to $30,000 over asking price? Are there going to be multiple offers in their price range? Maybe they're looking at ultra luxury and there's not a lot of competition. So homes are sitting longer and a buyer can look and wait and think about it. The buyer has got to learn from you what to expect. And also when it comes to the market, we're also talking about the process here. Like, here's what is going to happen. You're going to do this, and then this is the next step, and then this is the next step. These are important, crucial pieces that you have got to explain in the 5th section. Doing a solid buyer interview is as much for the buyer as it is for you. You're going to ask these questions, which are going to open their minds to the reality of what the process is going to be like and what they can expect. Don't be like most realtors who skip this appointment. Before showing, now maybe you give them one freebie showing, one, and then you set this up either at a coffee shop or at their home or for lunch or dinner or something in a more relaxed setting where you're going through these 5 sections and asking these questions. Don't skip this step. There are no such thing as bad buyers. Usually it's because you did a bad buyer interview or didn't do a buyer interview. Don't skip this crucial appointment. See you soon.